What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Kitaj. Today we're going to be talking about the NBA team with the best record in the league, the best defense in the league, and the best point differential in the NBA, and that is the Boston Celtics. I didn't think I'd be talking about the Boston Celtics this early. However, this start they've gotten off to is about as good as I could have possibly imagined. I mean, besides that Hayward injury at the very beginning of the season, of course, this Boston Celtics team is 8-2 on the year. More importantly, they've won 8 straight. And that first game, I don't know. I mean, I'm not really going to account for that. They had to play without Gordon Hayward. Their whole team was in shock, and they damn near won that game anyway. Either way, they're 8-2. They have 2 losses to start the season, 8 in a row. And their next 2 games, they're looking at the Atlanta Hawks and Los Angeles Lakers. Probably going to be able to take those W's and get that 10-game win streak. And I can expect this because the consistency this team has been playing with is beyond what I would have thought. You got a lot of players contributing, a lot of players coming together, and this is just another example of a team just doing it right. Even without their best player, this is how basketball is supposed to be played, as a team with unity and chemistry. I mean, Golden State Warriors, they made it work. They won 73 games before Kevin Durant because they were so selfless and they could play together seamlessly, and they made each other better legitimately, and adding Kevin Durant just made them overpowered and unstoppable because you had a guy like that and you put him in the system and it works. You can't stop that. Now, a system and good teamwork, good team defense, team offense, this is the best recipe for success in the NBA. And the Boston Celtics, with limited parts, with a lot of guys that people were saying, weren't going to be able to lead this team, they're making it look easy. Kyrie Irving is perfectly fitting as a cog in this system, as the guy running the show, but also letting other guys make big plays. I mean, we've seen great performances from guys like Jaylen Brown, Al Horford, Jason Tatum, and of course off the bench, Marcus Smart and Terry Rozier continue to impress. They also just got Marcus Morris back, one of their key acquisitions in free agency besides Kyrie and Gordon Hayward. So he's going to be an impact player for them as well. And of course, I can't forget Aaron Baines. He's been pretty solid throughout the early going of this season as well. But the very biggest strength of this Boston Celtics team, as I briefly mentioned in the beginning, is their defense. They are an incredible defensive force. They're only allowing 93 points per game, which is the least by 4 whole points. And they also lead the league in defensive efficiency. Therefore, they are the best defense in the league so far. With Kyrie Irving at the point guard, with a rookie and a second-year player filling out the wings or forward spots, with getting rid of Avery Bradley and Jay Crowder, 2 highly regarded defensive players in the offseason. They have improved their defense. This doesn't make any sense. However, you have to give the coaching staff a ton of credit for this, because without them, there is no system, and their team defensive system looks sharper than that of really anyone so far. They also make great plays on offense. They have 3 guys on the team averaging 4+ assists. They're rebounding, something that was a huge weakness last year. I mean, they have 5 players averaging more than 5 rebounds, and they also have 5 players averaging double-figure points, even though Marcus Morris, he's averaging 10.5, but he's only played 2 games. Marcus Smart's averaging 9.9. He's damn near right there, and plus Marcus Morris probably could still keep up and average 10+, at least he should. The point is that this team is getting consistent contributions from an array of different players. They're getting good play from so many guys, and that's the key to team winning, and that is the objective. So that has been such a great emphasis for this team, that teamwork. And, you know, performance-wise, they've played well. However, it's not like we're seeing a ton of guys go totally out of character and have these great stretches where we think, okay, maybe they'll cool down later. I mean, Jaylen Brown is shooting 43% from 3. That's something that we could expect maybe to go down. If not, maybe he really improved his 3. I mean, he's making 2 a game and shooting 43%. Jason Tatum, on the other hand, is shooting 52% from 3. So is Al Horford. So, you know, maybe those cool off a little bit. But as a team, they're shooting 37% from 3, which, you know, it's good, but it's not like crazy. Field goal percentage is shooting 44%, but it's really been in their defense. And defense is the type of thing that you can keep consistent. It's a lot easier to play continuous good defense than it is to play continuous good offense. You got to rely on shots going in, but as a defender, you just got to make sure you're sticking your man, make sure you're doing your role in the team defensive scheme, and that's what guys are doing. And this Celtics team, yes, they look elite. To answer this question, man, to be honest, it's really hard to say. Like, they're easily the best team in the East so far. There's no one playing even close to as well in the Eastern Conference. We've seen inconsistencies from so many teams, like the Wizards and the Raptors and the Bucks and the Heat, like teams that we expect to be pretty good. Obviously, the Cleveland Cavaliers have been awful so far. Not something that we expect to, you know, stay that long, I would say, but the Boston Celtics have been super solid. The only team near them in the standings right now is the Detroit Pistons, who, you know, that's a team that they're very intriguing as well, but they're not playing nearly as well as the Celtics are, especially as of late with 8 wins in a row. The Detroit Pistons, if that's your biggest threat right now, you know the East is you know, it's not where it should be. We got a lot of inconsistent teams, but the Boston Celtics have been that one team in the Eastern Conference that they have been rock solid throughout. So I think that, yeah, we can say the Boston Celtics are an elite team. Does it make them a championship contender? Without Gordon Hayward, probably not. But I mean, right now it's like, okay, maybe the Cavs are your biggest threat to win the East, as we would think. However, who is really gonna stop the Boston Celtics from getting to the Eastern Conference Finals? Who is, besides Cleveland, going to stop them, period? I mean, every other team has had struggles. The Celtics, they've been struggle-free so far, and until I see one, I'm not gonna see any reason why one of these more inconsistent teams can beat them. You could say the Wizards are a better team, but the Wizards lost to the Celtics last year, and the Celtics this year are playing a lot better than that last year Celtics team did. So, yeah, and the only reason why I would say the Cavs could beat them is just because it's the Cavs. LeBron doesn't lose in the playoffs, period, in the Eastern Conference. It doesn't happen. We just go by what we've seen every single year. However, if that hadn't happened, if we don't know about LeBron's history in the playoffs, so I would see no reason not to pick the Celtics right now to be in the finals. But I'm not that dumb, obviously. But still, I mean, look, if I can project you to be in the Eastern Conference Finals, I should probably consider you elite. Because anyone that gets to the Final Four of basketball, that's probably an elite team. So, you know, I would say the Celtics are for now. I mean, barring any sort of fall off, which obviously, yeah, they will have a slump probably at some point. But, you know, everybody has a slump. And they've been better than everybody else. They're projected to be better than everybody else at this point. So, yeah, I guess I call them elite. Do I think they're overachieving? I need to see them play like the Golden State Warriors. I need to see them play the Warriors. I need to see them play the Rockets. Then we can talk. That's going to do it for this video. I'm out. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.